program.
However, experience
the earth is
the
and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
They patriots all across Australia.
on their own.
Dividing people on the grounds of race is racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life
One in
and
six
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the
They're
dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We don't want
free speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hey, welcome to High from Fire. My name is always, as is always, or I fucked up my own intro there. I fucked up my own intro. Anyway, I am as always Adam Sage, and it's what's been going on? It's a public holiday here in South Australia. It's apparently the Adelaide Cup, which is some fucking elitist, it's some elitist horse shit. And, it's a horse race, the sport of kings, because, you see so many kings. There's so much royalty at your local TAB. That's why, that's why horse racing is referred to as, the sport of kings. Because, so much royalty involved with people who bet on fucking horse racing. Anyway, there's a fucking horse race going on. It's probably has gone on, considering it's like, fucking, whatever it is at night, something 10 past. Oh, yeah, it's like 10:30 p.m. So, I'm assuming the horses have stopped racing. But anyway, it's horse racing is for elitists and people who wish they were elitist. It's kind of like the hospitality industry. The hospitality industry is in industry. Anyway, the hospitality industry is exclusively for people who are elitist and people who think that they can become elitist one day. And, that's why they wait tables and that, because they love the elitism so much. They want to be part of it so much. They enjoy the elitist fucking, the fact that we have elitists. They're so pro that they are willing to work for and serve them. And that is why we have a hospitality industry at all, is, people who wish they were elitists. And then, of course, the elitists who actually, run the shit and, benefit from it. Excuse me while I take a drink. Anywho. You know what? I might as well just get straight into the first story. Here we go. High school starts handing out pronoun badges to students, saying if they prefer to be known as he, she, or they to help transgender students. Okay, wow, this high school must have at least 51% transgender student hang on, here it comes. First burp of the podcast. Okay, anyway, an Australian high school is handing out pronoun badges to their students so they can tell others whether to call them he, she, or they. See, and you can tell, if there's supposed to be, if genders are supposed to be non-binary, if it's supposed to be this, broad spectrum and that, why do they only allow he, she, or they? Well, I can explain to you why, and it's very simple. You give a bunch of high school students a choice, they're going to have fun with that choice. So this is what they've done. They've said, here are the 3 choices that you have. And a lot of people are going to like to say option, and option consists of 2 choices. This is 3 choices. So it's one option. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, but the thing is, why is it just he, she? Oh, here we go. The pins, which are tailored, which are trialed last week by LGBTQ IQ. It's LGBTQ to me. It always will be. Let's go bash the queers. Students come in 3 different versions and are labelled either she, her, he, him, or they, them. And what they like to say is, oh, well, if you're traditionally masculine, you just wear the he, him. It's not the point. You should be able to look at me and know that it's he, him. Now, if you look at me and don't think to refer to me as he or him, then I'm doing something wrong. There is something wrong with me. I'm a bad, but like, if you're a fucking woman and I don't look at you and think, oh, it's she, her, there is something wrong with you. You have done something wrong as a person. And yeah, and the reason it's only the 3 choices that they give is very fucking simple, because if you were to give people more than that and allow them to create their own, oh boy, would they create their own. It would be it would be basically, nigger. Well, yeah, my pronouns are nigger. Like, it would absolutely be that. Pronoun badges are as simple as they sound. They're badges with different pronouns on. The school wrote on a Facebook post. Well, if they are that simple, and if that's all they are about, then why are there only 3? Why aren't there more than 3? And let me give you an example. Remember the the fucking AA fucking or whatever it is. Hi, my name is. Eminem used it 20 years ago. Hi, my name is Slim Shady. Well, here's what would happen if you allowed the students to create their own. Yeah, that is what's going to happen if you allow people to, somebody is going to do that. And I picked a fucking very benign word. It could easily be, hang on, God damn it. Come on. Why can't you fucking, it could have easily been niggers. Yeah, why not? Why can't that be your preferred pronoun? The reason they don't do that, that's the reason there's only 3. It's she, her, he, him, they, them. Is because they know if they give high school students the choice, if they give high school students the ability to choose anything else, they're going to choose something offensive because, let's face it, that's the funny thing to do. However, their purpose is to display to everyone what those who are wearing them define themselves as. They're also so that people know what to refer to wherever as. No, they are to act like she, him. Sorry, she, her, and he, him are not the norm. And you need something to differentiate. Like, you've created a problem that never existed until you created transgender students. And they're going to say, transgender students have always existed. No, they haven't. You created transgender students, and you created these badges, and now you are infecting my country with it. There will be blood. Redcliffe High is setting the standard for acceptance, one person wrote. Yeah, here's the thing. It was a school praised on social media for its inclusive speech. It wasn't praised on social media. This is a lie. This is absolutely a fucking lie. It wasn't praised, even this quote here. See? Right then, it just popped up as fucking Facebook, Twitter, and then email. This is not online. Facebook is boomers. Facebook and Twitter are boomers and Gen Xers. The people who are pushing this woke horse shit. Like, this idea, fantastic idea, helps teachers, especially relief teachers and kids know up front another rope. This is on Facebook. The only people who use Facebook are either above 60 or mentally retarded. Pronoun badges were previously used by Victorian public servants to encourage them to use gender-neutral terms. Okay, so you're even admitting it isn't about helping people. It isn't about doing the right thing or whatever the fuck you're trying to say it is. It's about getting people to use they them. Like, hang on. Like, this is exactly what they said. Getting, that's in here. Yeah, this is what you should read. Pronoun badges were previously used by Victorian public servants to encourage them to use gender-neutral terms. Servants to encourage them to use gender-neutral terms. That's what this is about, and this is how they view you. They view you as servants to use gender-neutral terms. It is not about using the correct term for the correct person. It is the fact that you are servants, and you will say what you have been told to say. Redcliffe State High School. Again, this is a Facebook post. So this is only for boomers. It's Facebook. The only people who use Facebook are boomers and I'm going to say like Gen Xers and millennials. And I am a millennial. The only people who use Facebook are boomers, and then you have the Gen Xers and millennials who have given up on life. You have the Gen Xers and the millennials that have no fucking balls. You have the Gen Xers and the millennials that are cuck, bitch, faggots. They are the only people using Facebook. Like, Facebook is exclusively for boomers. It's, just like face masks, the boomer burkers. It's exclusively for boomers. Facebook is only for boomers. If you're under the age of 60 and you're using Facebook, you're a faggot. Like, no, I challenge anyone to argue with me on that point. Like, I need a fucking, desk set up outside of fucking, I don't know, an Audi store or a fucking, outside of Bunnings. Yeah, that's what I need. I need to set up like a folding, chair, table situation, with with the fucking thing on it. Facebook is exclusively for boomer faggots. Change my mind. Only boomer faggots use Facebook. Only boomers and faggots use Facebook. Change my mind. And I'll just sit outside of Bunnings with that sign, and I dare anyone to come up to me and say, I'm not a boomer or a faggot. Here's why I use Facebook. I guarantee. They will not change my mind. I will expose them as either a boomer because of their age, or if they're not a boomer, if they're younger than that, I will expose why they're a faggot. Yeah, the only people who aren't of the boomer generation that still use Facebook right now in fucking, the third month of 2021. If you're not a boomer and you have an active Facebook account, you're a faggot. And I dare you to explain to me why you're not, because I am 100% confident that I will win that argument that you are, yes, in fact, a faggot. Anyway, this is what they go on to say on their Facebook page, which is exclusively for boomers and faggots. this week, Redcliffe's LGBTIQ plus group began their trial of pronoun badges. Pronoun badges are as simple as they sound. They're badges with different pronouns on. However, their purpose is to display to everyone that those who are wearing them define themselves as. They're also so that people know what to refer to the wearer as. Yeah, okay, so why can't I put a badge on my chest and walk into your school and the badge on my chest says nigger? Why not? Yeah, you have to refer to me as nigger. Call me a nigger. I want you to call me a nigger. I identify as a nigger. I'm sure I've been booted from YouTube at this point. Below are the badges we are starting with. She, they, and he, they are on order. Wait, hang on. She, they, and he, they. Okay, so the students have to start fucking with. What do you mean she, they? Not she, her. She, they. Not he, him. He, they. That reminds me of the joke, what do gay horses eat? Hey! Pronoun badges are as simple as they sound. Yeah, we've read that. Oh, God. What does that V stand for? V reminds me of vagina. Remove it from your school, sir. Remove it from your school. Staff in 2018 were issued with stick-on badges with pronouns to help to promote the They Day initiative. Oh my God. Right, so this is just a woke school with woke politics. And yeah, it's just woke as fuck. Hang on. I'm just pouring myself a glass of wine here. Glop, 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 glop. You goddamn right. Victoria's opposition spokesman Tim Smith slammed the They Day initiative. Really? That's it? That's all you have to say? This is the dailymail.co.uk. You're not going to explain why he slammed it. You're just going to say that he slammed it. So obviously the reason why he slammed it obviously held validity and held weight, and that's why you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, here it is. Victoria's opposition spokesman Tim Smith at the time slammed the They Day initiative. You're not going to talk about why. You're not going to explain why he slammed it, why he had a problem with it. You're just going to acknowledge the fact that he did, hoping that people are going to seek him out on Twitter and, try to just fill up his mentions with, you're a homophobic bigot. You're right. How dare you disrespect May Day? May Day is as important as May Day. Oh, fuck. I went too far with that one, didn't I? I'm gonna get pushed back. The Department of Health needs to spend more time on running. This is what he said. My apologies, but the Department of Health needs to spend more time on running hospitals and less time on gender pronouns, he said. All right, someone explain to me why that is a wrong statement or why that is slamming They Day. That's just stating a fact. That is just acknowledging reality. Okay, let's have a look at some of the comments. Utter nonsense. It wasn't so tragic it would be funny. What other people call me. Blah, blah, blah. Teachers to concentrate on teaching students, not promoting more woke ideologies. Absolutely. And you notice with all these, they've got one down vote, one down vote, one down vote, one down vote. One downvote here, so I'm going to read it now. An administration will have badges that say, "Hi, I'm stupid." Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. You notice this? They've all got the one downvote, which means there was one person who was pro this. It's probably the author of this article. Lord, it's time. Come, welcome. So, sorry. I don't know why. Okay, what about the students that he, she, we, and us? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous, but language arts don't matter in school, lol. Yeah, language arts doesn't matter in school, lol. 34 upvotes and 3 downvotes. So there's 3 people who studied that. Bah! Yeah, again, the single one downvote. Ridiculous. 56 upvotes and the single one downvote. So clearly one person went through this and downvoted every comment because every comment wasn't pro. Which one did they leave alone? Okay, what about student... God damn it, I can't stop yawning. Okay, what about the student that is she, they, we, and us? That is 10 upvotes, and the person who was... Yeah, the person who was downvoting every negative comment left that one alone because they were like, well, clearly they're making fun of us, but that's actually a good point. I mean, yeah, they're making fun of us, but yeah, they do have a good point. We can't actually complain about that. Okay, where's my mouse? Here it is. God damn it. Gotta stop yawning. And yeah, this whole thing is about, like, you know, basically critical race theory. And speaking of critical race theory, yeah, way to inject a segue. Yeah, critical race theory is coming for the dogs. That's right. Residents who oppose the killing lobby for change in response to the city hired a new director committed to life-saving programs services collectively known as the non-kill equation. Right, this until recently, Rosenberg, Texas Pound was typically one of many American shelters killing roughly 70% of its animals. Leaders of the shelter did not see it as their responsibility to change this. Instead, staff blamed residents for being irresponsible in failing to sterilize and make lifetime commitments to their pets. Yeah, well, if a whole bunch of people are buying dogs and then just giving them to shelters, then yeah, most of those dogs are going to get killed. Like, because if the majority of people get a dog and then get sick of it and give it to a shelter, well, they're not the kind of people who are going to, adopt a dog from a shelter. So yeah, that is absolutely relevant. During her first year of implementing the no-kill equation, Rosenberg achieved a 97% placement rate for dogs and 90% for cats, ending the killing of almost all healthy, treatable animals. Oh, fuck! Sorry, I am not bored by this. I just don't know why I'm fucking yawning. It may have something to do with the fact that I've been drinking alcohol. I started drinking alcohol like 12 hours ago. Because it's a public holiday here in Australia. Anyway, the 90s and cats ending the killing of almost all healthy and treatable animals. That success has continued despite the pandemic. The shelter has stayed open as an essential service. That has nothing to do with the pandemic. And it's first time in history it found itself empty, having some homegrown rescue group for every single animal. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. In 2001, I became director of the animal shelter. God damn it. I'm not trying to burp. It's just happening. Thompson County, New York, created the first national non-kill community. Hundreds of other communities have since been embraced to the non-kill equation. Oh, well. How about people just take responsibility? God damn it, why am I yawning so much? Sorry, I'm just taking a drink of wine there. Returning the term euthanasia to its dictionary definition as an act of mercy for hopeless, sick, or injured individuals. These communities are large and small, urban and rural, red and blue, affluent and impoverished. Homogeneous and like Rosenberg, which is 75% Latino, Black, and Asian diverse, the result has been 90% drop in pound killings nationwide since the 1970s. Despite the fact pet ownership has doubled, the number of dogs and cats killed has gone from roughly 16 million a year to less than 1 million since it's been cancelled. Well, you know, this all seems to be good. Oh, God damn it. Why am I yawning? I'm not tired. America is a nation of animal lovers. We share blah, blah, blah. We talk to them. We keep their pictures on our cell phones. Celebrate their birthdays. No, that's you. That's just weird. You know, if you celebrate your dog's birthday, you're a faggot. If you celebrate your cat's birthday, super faggot. Last year, America spent this. Yet in her recent book, so all this is great, but in this woman's recent book, The Lives and Death of Shelter Animals, Kajaja Guther claims that dogs are being killed because of capitalism, enterprise, white supremacy, and patriarchy.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yep. I just wanted that to sit there for a second. She argues that allowing dogs to sleep inside is a privilege reserved for white and wealthy, that policies against keeping dogs chained up in backyards are intended to impress people of color by imposing middle-class norms of animal keeping, in which companion animals are considered family and treated accordingly. All right, we're going to have to read this again. Right, she argues that allowing dogs to sleep inside is a privilege reserved for white and wealthy, and that policies against keeping dogs chained up in backyards
die without honor.
is intended to oppress people of color by imposing middle-class norms of animal keeping in which companion animals are considered family and treated accordingly. So treating your dog with the same respect you treat your son or your daughter or your wife or your husband, however you are inclined, that is white supremacy. The idea of treating an animal with dignity is white supremacy, according to this dumb bitch. This is great. Which ignore the fact that people of color are themselves trapped in poverty. Bitch, you're fucking racist. You assume that because somebody is black, that they must be impoverished. You assume that because somebody is black, they must be a fucking loser. There's a word for that. I'm trying to think of what it is. Oh, that's right. It's fucking racist, you dumb bitch cunt. Fewer options for legitimate income generation and possibly rely on their dogs for status. Straight up fucking racist. No, you're just saying that black people only have dogs so they can show that they can afford to have a dog. They don't have dogs so they can treat them well, and they shouldn't be expected to treat them well. Bitch, you are fucking racist. How dare you indeed?
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
Unfortunately, Gunther's misguided book is gaining traction. Shelter director Christian Hassan opinions that Gunther's Let's Get It Right, including that racism and classism, caste system, are at the heart of the broken animal shelter institution, arguing that laws to prevent the mistreatment of dogs discriminate against anyone in the U.S. other than white middle class and upper class individuals. So basically, treating a dog with just basic rights, treating any dog like a sentient being, is upper class, middle class, working class, white. Treating a dog like it's not a piece of shit is apparently white supremacy, according to this nutty fucking bitch. Okay, intakes reflect service. Okay, intakes reflect service and blah, blah, blah. Gunther writes that because of racism, the overwhelming majority of the dogs who end up at Bullwick Park, California shelter, where she worked as a volunteer, had belonged to poor people of Asian and Latino heritage, and to a lesser extent, black people. Oh, so you're not fully racist. Wait, why would the dogs from Asian people end up there? Well, maybe they didn't taste good. Oh, shit.
How dare you?
But this is simply reflects the demographic which make up Baldwin Park itself. When I ran a shelter in a predominantly white community, a shelter with a higher per capita intake rate than Los Angeles County, upon a system of which Baba is a part, most of those who surrendered the animals were white. Indeed, all of the counties in the US with a 90% or better placement rate The one in the highest per capita intake over time of Los Angeles is 90 white only. Is 90% white, only 3% Latino, and less than 0.5% black. So it's just basically this amount of dogs are going to fucking, going to get fucking rejected by their owners, and they're going to get sent to shelters, and it has nothing to do with race. Like this woman admits in her argument, it has absolutely nothing to do with race. And yeah. Okay, and yeah. Just trying to delete this article. Yeah, you know what? You know what? This is going to be a short episode because, yeah, I just talked about the dogs and whatnot, and and the pronoun people and all that, and yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to end it here. And, this woman is complaining about dogs. And I just want to remind everybody that, it's, we're in January, February. We're in March. And March is International Women's Month. So always remember that female lives matter.
I got expelled from my old school for fucking my teacher. Yay! I hooked up with my Uber driver while my boyfriend was passed out in the backseat. Yay! I fucked my ex's best friend and he still doesn't know. Yay!
The school thinks my sugar daddy is my real dad because he signs me out every week.
Yay! I had a crush on my teacher, so I started dating his son so I could come over. Yay!
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.